everybody, how are you guys doing today? It is Monday afternoon here in good old sunny, muggy, sweaty California. I guess that kind of gives you an inclination of what we're dealing with weather-wise today here. It is, wow, I mean from this morning, the minute I opened the sliding glass door, it was like the heat just popped you in the face. You know, it was just like when I lived in Florida. Boy, you would just, I remember the first time I went to Florida, I stepped off the plane and I had never experienced humidity like that before, and it was like it just slapped you in the face. Well, that's what the weather was here today, this morning. I mean, the minute I opened the door, it was just, the heat just hit you. It was overwhelming. So, fun. And if I seem super duper tired, it is, and not like my normal perky self or whatever, it is because I am. I am literally going on several nights without sleep. It's becoming overwhelming. I was so tired last night I could barely keep my eyes open. And then what happens is, if I'm starting to fall asleep, with me at least, and someone comes in and starts talking to me, I'll be like, I can't talk right now because I need to sleep. And if they keep talking, it just wakes me right up. I don't know why I am that way, but I'm that way. And my son didn't realize it, and he came in and sat down and started talking to me, and I literally had to stop him and say, honey, I just can't chat right now. You know, I haven't been sleeping and I need to sleep, but it was already too late. And the same thing happened to me on Saturday and Sunday, and it was like, so I have not had more than an hour here and an hour there and a half an hour here and 20 minutes there of sleep in several days. And so I'm just literally doing this out of sheer will because I just refuse to allow this to just ruin my day. So I'm forcing myself to get up, and I got some goodies today in the mail, which I love, from good old Sephora. And honestly, this is the first time that I have ordered from Sephora in years. And I just have to show you this box, because Ulta, I want you to take notes. Paper number 1. Paper number 2. Paper number 3. Paper number 4 and 5. And all of you execs at Ulta need to stop being so dang cheap, and you need to start caring about your customers and about how you ship their stuff. And by the way, Macy's, you the same. And if you don't, then I'm going to just start taking all my business to Sephora, even if they're more expensive, which they are. They are a little bit more expensive than Ulta. Me and my daughter were like just surprised that some of the palettes were $5 more and $7 more. But you know what? I would much rather pay $7 more for a palette and get it in one piece than have to go through all the rigmarole of getting it replaced and dealing with knuckleheads on the phone who don't give a hoot about you or how they treat you. So there's my little rant for the morning, but I just had to show you because I told you guys in my intro video, part of why I wanted to do this channel was to expose these companies and these places that treat the people who literally provide their livelihood, they treat them like crap, and they treat them like they do not care about their customers. So I'm not going to stop doing it. If it bothers you that I do this and say things, then you guys need to go to another channel. But to me, when I'm paying and making your company the billionaires that you are and the millionaires that you are, then you need to treat me like you care about my business, or I'm going to give it to somebody else. Even if it's harder on me, I'm going to do it because I'm a very good customer to stores. And I'm just that way. And I'm very loyal. So if I get treated well, I'll stay with them until that place shuts down. Because that's just the way that God made me. But Ulta and Macy's are about to lose my business forever because they just send out stuff like they're sending you trash, and I've had to do literally like 3 returns in the past month, and I am just like ready to be done. And once I hit that point, there's no looking back. It's the same way in every area of my life. It's like I will only take abuse or being treated wrong for so long, and then when I hit that breaking point, that's it. It's over. But they had some really great deals going on, and I do have some gifts that I need to be buying for birthdays coming up. So I saw this absolutely beautiful set, and it is the Ciate London, and what this is called Chloe Morelos Beauty Haul, which I think is a really cute name for this little set. And boy, the palette, excuse me, oh my gosh, is adorable. I really, gosh, now I got the hiccups. Lovely, great, right when I start doing this. But I love this palette because it is different than other palettes right now. And everybody's palettes are starting to look like the same, you know, when you start reviewing products and you start going over these things, everything starts to look the same. But one thing that I really noticed about this one, like, look at how adorable this is. Look at how cute this little thing is up here. It's very cute. These little cute flamingos and all the stuff is adorable. It's got a little mirror underneath. And it's a good enough size mirror to, if you use your palette mirrors, it's a good enough size mirror to see. I don't personally use my palette mirrors. I have one that sits on my desk and I look at that because it just, I have to do what's easiest for me. But this has got a silver in it, which I haven't seen in a palette in like ages. And I love silver colors on my eyes, on green eyes. It's just one thing. And then they have this really pretty silver shimmer. That isn't necessarily me, the bottom one, but it's something I haven't seen in many palettes. And this color right here, I'm going to put it up close so you can see it. This purple, every purple and this pink is like really like a mauve. And I haven't seen colors like that in other palettes, which I really appreciate, because what happens is everybody comes out and then one person finds out what the first company was that did this new rose color. And then everybody starts copying that rose color. And then everybody's got that rose color in their palette. And it's like, really? We don't need this rose color in 14 of our palettes. Nor do we need black in every single palette. So, because, please, they know how us women spend. And not every woman is like that. I'm not cursing every woman or speaking against women, but let me tell you, we can get a little obsessive when it comes to the goodies that we really love. And so, but the colors in this are different. Like, I love that this kind of like it's kind of a raspberry color is not the same as my other, and I take them out and compare. I compare my palettes, and the colors are just really nice and different. Yes, this is a pretty common color right now, but I don't know, just my opinion, which I'm entitled to. I like it because it is not like every other palette that I'm seeing, and there's a lot of versatility in this palette. There are not repeats of colors over and over in this. Every single one is really different than the other, and I really love it. I got this set for $30, so it comes with a lip, it comes with the Fierce Flicks pencil, and it comes with a mascara. And I think for the palette and all of those items, I think that is a really great deal. So I got one as a gift, and I got one that I'm honestly, I really thought I got it for me. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry about all the noise. I should just leave that right now. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep it, to be honest, because I do have a lot of palettes right now. And there are just a couple palettes that I really, really want right now. And one of them I'm literally believing to go on sale, like drastically on sale, because it's like $239, and I just could never spend that on a palette. I'm sorry. I just could never justify it in my own mind, even though I know that if I didn't buy other things, I could afford to buy it, but I literally wouldn't spend $25 on an Urban Decay shadow that I have been wanting for like over a year, and I just can't do it because it's just one little shadow, and I think that price is outrageous for something that cost them probably, I would say, about $2 to make, if not less. So I just can't justify it in my own mind. I would much rather take that money and buy a bunch of things and bless people with it than pay $239 for a palette. So I'm just truly believing that it's a Natasha Nona palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's just got my dream colors in it. I love it. But I'm either believing that maybe BeautyCon would put it in a gift, or I know that won't happen because the bags are only worth like $300, but you just never know what God can do. And so the next part of my little Sephora haul, so there was one of these. Here is the second one, all closed up nice and neat. I got a couple of the brow pencils, one in medium and then one in the light, which I think the light would be closer to my color, and the medium I got just to put in a giveaway. They were only $5, so I said you can't beat that with a stick. So, you know my little saying. And then I got the Cover FX. I know the glare is really bad, but I think you can see it there. I'm sorry, I'm literally feeling like I could just like fall over and be like, but I know if I laid down to do it, it wouldn't happen, so I can always tell. But, oh, and isn't that weird? There is like sweat spots on this. I don't know if you're going to be able to catch it. How can I do it to where they'd see it, Lord? On this one right here, see the little bubbles? They're like, it's sweating. It's like liquid. It's literally liquid coming up out of it. Okay, that's really weird. I have never ever seen anything happen like that before, and I'm wondering if that's like a cream, but that is bizarre. Okay, I'm like really tripping out on this because I don't know if you can see them. I know you can see little spots there, but I don't know if you can truly see the water, but there's literally water spots sitting on this. So, oh man, that means this may end up having to go back, because I'm sorry, if that's oils or something coming up, it's going to end up ruining the product because it's not going to be evenly throughout it, which I've never ever seen that happen in a palette before, ever. And then I got this Sephora brand little palette. I think it was like, I don't know, $11, but I think at the most it could have been was $15. And I'm sorry that I don't prepare more when I do these, but you know, I have lupus and I literally forget to do it. I just forget to do it. But this is the little palette. It's like a true, like a real neutral color palette. It's got a couple highlighters and just a lot of neutral colors. It looked, I'm not gonna lie, completely different online, and I'm not quite as pleased with it as what I saw online. But the one thing that I can say about Sephora brand is they have one of the nicest feeling palettes of any palette that I've felt. I mean, this baby is sturdy, and it weighs more than like my Morphe palette, and it's like, this thing's solid. It is not gonna break down, or your stuff is gonna be protected in here, and I do really appreciate that about this palette. And it's not like cheesy. This is like acrylic on here. It's really nice. But I'm not 100% sure if it's something I'm thrilled with, but I'm going to think about it, and it's either going to go in a giveaway or I will return it. The other things I just got was this cute little bag of samples. They did send a bunch of samples. I got an Urban Decay little lip gloss for free. I got 2 Ipsy Teensy Makeup Forever. These are multi-use pencils, they say. They don't say for lips or anything, but one is black. It says multi-use is what it says. Black and red. Like, I would not put red on my eyes. I'm sorry. This would only be lips for me, but I don't wear reds very often. So, and then they sent these. I'm sorry. This is Sunday Riley. This is the saddest, most pathetic sample I've ever seen in my life. Like, there is barely a drop in this envelope. I wish you could feel it, but you can see there's like no poof in that whatsoever. There's no poof. It's like flat as a board. You can tell there's simply barely any product in this. And how pathetic. From what I understand, they're not very cheap. But I mean, really, to send out something that barely is going to cover someone's nose, I mean, give me a break. Pathetic. I'd rather you just not send me anything. This is the only one that is relatively decent, and it is a pharmacy honey potion mask. And it does not have enough in here to cover your face, I can tell you that, but it is the most decent sample I got. And then It Cosmetics, a tiny little cleanser, and it's like, wah, wah, wah. It's sad. The one thing that I have decided after this little haul, now I realize, I'm just turned the fan on me because it's super hot in here right now, is that I like Ulta better than Sephora. I'm sorry, Sephora, but I think Ulta is way better because I would much rather get money back from my points and, like, you spend $100, or I don't even remember how much it is, but I think it's even less than that, and you get $3 back. I don't know how it happens for me, but I get way more than that back, and I don't spend that much there. I'm a really good customer to them, but I do not spend. I'm not like I just made platinum for the first time, which is not the highest level. There's like 3. Diamond is next, and I'm not even a diamond customer, and I get money back from them in galore all the time. I don't know if their system is whacked out, but that ain't my problem. But I just literally got $14 off a pallet, and I was like, heck, I just used $6 like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, are you guys sure you put in the right number and everything? And they're like, Pamela, and I'm like, yep, okay, because I'm not going to use someone else's money if they put in the wrong number. But I'm telling you, I think their reward system blows Sephora out of the water. So, and the fact that they sell their stuff jacked up in price over Ulta really bugs me. I'm not going to lie. But I happen to think Ulta, their customer service absolutely stinks to high heaven, especially if you're ordering online. And like, even somebody who I really love in the store, I went in one day and I was like, oh, you don't have the lipstick in stock. Can you do the store to door, which they're supposed to willingly do for you when they don't have something in stock? And they're like, oh gosh, I don't know if my thing is charged right now to do that. And they were making a bunch of excuses, and that just bugs me to no end. So I'm like, okay, yeah, never mind. And then I'm like, okay. And then I went to the Temecula store, and I'm telling you, the women bent over backwards to be helpful in the store. Every single lady was so sweet in that store, and I was like, I will drive to Temecula 20 miles away or whatever, however far it is, to get treated kindly before I would come to my store and get treated like crap by people who know me and know me by name. Just the way it is, Jack. And so the Menifee store, there's a couple people in there who are really great, but for the most part, the girls are really have really piss poor attitudes and don't care whether you find what you're looking for or don't want to help or just barely want to work for their money. But whatever, they're gonna have to answer for it someday. But that's my rant. That's my little review session about Sephora and Ulta. And I think you should go online and look. Sephora.com. This is on special right now. And, boy, this literally got to me in like 2 days too, which never has happened at Ulta or Macy's, just saying. But I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing week this week. God bless you and keep you safe in this crazy, crazy world we live in. Bye.